At some point, everyone learns the golden rule. Whether you're 5 or 105, the principles are everlasting. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And as the world reacts to his shocking death, story after story is surfacing of Perry doing just that, leaving his mark on the world he helped entertain and improve.
Mad, bad, and dangerous to know.
When it was time to shine, Luke Perry delivered.
And why are you in Oz, Jim Burns?
Diving headfirst into characters.
I like to fix things.
And filling the screen with charisma.
Your mother and I will always love you.
As the world mourns his passing, Perry's daughter Sophie sharing a sweet photo on Instagram, expressing her thanks for the outpouring of support as stories flood social media highlighting her father's kindness and generosity to friends, neighbors, and even strangers.
Sorry to barge in.
90210 co-star Shannon Doherty revealing Perry reached out to her in 2015 when she went public with her cancer diagnosis, opening up to people about his heart of gold and never-ending well of integrity and love.
None of us are up here today without Shannon.
A year later, at a 90210 panel, Perry defended Doherty, whose reputation and behavior dominated tabloids during the show's heyday.
She's a very big part of the success of that program. And when I say it, I mean it.
For Perry, kindness was anything but an act. One Twitter user recalling how Perry was the nicest customer we had at our Blockbuster, and it isn't even a close competition. Another witnessed the former teen idol pitch in during flood relief in Tennessee, calling him a humble, decent dude. Riverdale co-star Haley Law revealing in a heartfelt Instagram post that Perry offered to co-sign for her car when a dealership wouldn't let her finance it. Actor Colin Hanks penning a tribute of his own, remembering the first and only time he met Perry. On a flight from Mexico, Hanks overheard two young brothers fighting. As things escalated, a man comes from first class, hat, beard, sunglasses, blowing up a balloon, Hanks wrote. He ties it off, hands it off like he's holding out a sword to a king. Kneeling, head down, arms up. Kids calm down in milliseconds. Plane damn near bursts into applause. Later in the customs line, Hanks realizes the balloon-toting hero was Perry, writing, "He tells me he always flies with a couple balloons for that very reason, to give to screaming kids." Hanks adding, "I'll be damned if I don't start traveling with some spare balloons." A life full of warmth and compassion.
If you know it's the right thing to do, even though it's tough, even though it might cost you, you gotta do it.
Both on and off camera.
And Perry was one of those icons that spanned generations. To so many, he was that teen heartthrob on 90210. To Gen Z, he was Archie's dad on Riverdale. But above it all, it now seems his larger legacy was living a life full of kindness and humanity.